Okay. We're there. How's it going? Let's take a moment because I couldn't locate my glasses. Is it Thursday? What is it? It is Thursday. I've not been at work. I've been in bed. It's not been a good day. Let's make it worse, shall we? You know, you should probably watch this for the hints. Now that's an interesting strat. It's Taz Thursday, yeah. Check you out, demo, showing me how to do that, boss. Thanks. I'll probably forget. But yeah, today, I don't know. Not been a great day. I've had horrible allergies and I've been just suffering all day. I finally caved and cracked out the strong stuff and we'll see if I can survive. I'm so you know when you take really strong, they're not even antihistamines to be honest, they're like, I don't know, cold med slash, I don't know, rhinitis, whatever it is, that you could just buy in the drugstore, but you know they just dehydrate you and leave you kind of foggy. I've tried everything under the sun today just to sort of stabilise my condition, and yeah, gave in and got the ones that always leave me like frothing. But yeah, who's ready for some more Taz and ailments? Let's go. We'll start the timer. We'll talk in Taz as we go. Yeah, I do want to finish this tonight, but I was very much just like, shall I just stay in bed? But and not 2 hours ago, I did put in the Discord that it was looking bleak, but it seems to be okay now. I can actually, like, I haven't been able to stop sneezing all day and just constantly nose running the works. Oh, I've skipped the opening. Oh well. Oh, we'll see. We'll watch the opening. We'll show it for the VOD. We'll show it for the VOD because I'm feeling confident. I've done my homework. I've looked up some strats that are gonna not really help at all. I looked up how to do the mole boss because I'm curious. Like on YouTube, I was seeing like, what do other people do? A lot of people just take the damage. It seems there's somebody on there who dodges up the side, but it looks like they're using like tools or something because I don't know how they know exactly when to jump off before it electrifies. So I'm just going to do what I usually do. Rare earth creatures. Ahoy hoy, how are you? Do Tasmanian Devil. I actually like this level, this graphics here. It's a shame we can't have a level set there. All colourful. It bothers me that the side of that UFO is always cut off as well. Took a trip to the city. You read the wrong oh no. So you wasted, like you just turned up and nothing was happening. That's bad. Yeah, my only problem today is like my thumb is really sore. By the end of last night I was in quite a lot of pain. I've spent the whole day like not using my left hand, which is actually the hand that I am. It's not been good. The fact that that enemy's over there makes me think that we should be able to get over there, and I really want to get over there because I want to know what's going on. Lefties woo woo. I saw you said you watched Party Monster the shockumentary. Did you enjoy it? But you know what else? Thank you for the raid. Zen, how are you? What were you up to today?
Zenith of Stars has just raided. Isn't nature fabulous?
Ooh. Daggerfall, how is that? I've only ever gone back as far as Oblivion. Are we playing the vanilla thing or one of those like remake doodads? Hey Jakku, how are you? Meowdy. If you're coming in and you don't know what's going on, I'm trying to finish every Mega Drive game. This is one of them and it's been being very stubborn and not getting out of my way for the last 4 nights. Techie Rob, how are you? But yeah, we're just gonna hopefully persevere tonight. I've looked up. Oh, for God's sake, raffle. I did look up something about the level that we got up to last night because I just could not believe that, you know, with the lasers when I was going through, I was like, I can't believe that this is the intended design. And I'm like, is this just, am I doing something wrong? Well, it turns out there is something to it. And I will reveal all when we arrive. Because you've raged, but you're still having a good time. A quality of life things on it. Did you enjoy watching? It made you miss some college clubbing days. Glad you no longer. Yeah. It's a bittersweet sort of. We're talking about Party Monster, if you don't know, and you just arrived. But I was talking about it yesterday, and then Barface has watched the documentary now that I posted in the Discord. But yeah, it's sort of it's conflicting to watch it because a part of you thinks it looks really glamorous and cool. What I actually do like about it's the same with the book as well. It does sort of have this glamour and appeal about it that makes you like want to be there and be with those people because they seem so really cool. But then once you actually really like get into it all and go with it, the reality is they're kind of just a mess. You know, it's not really very good at all. Obviously it's just young people, but yeah. But I would say, because you said you saw the movie with Macaulay Culkin when you were younger and you didn't really care for it, if you enjoyed the documentary, I think you'll enjoy the book. Because like I said, for me, I like the film. I think the film is okay, but I just think the film has this certain... It just feels slightly just offbeat and weird, and not very realistic, and it feels it's got this hammy quality to it that I don't really like. Whereas the actual book and stuff, it's real because it's a true story. So, not to acknowledge this information. Wait, which information? Oh, in the original Dragonfall is the sound of the bar. Oh. Generating from mod view can be challenging. I don't think I ever use mod view. I don't really do. I'm not really a very good. Like when I watch you on my laptop, I don't do the mod view. Maybe I should, but it's kind of a bit busy. Shooting more as a dark comedy. Yeah, and it just has this energy of like. I actually like what most of the cast that's in it as actors and actresses and stuff. You know, like Seth Green and all that, but everything just has this. It's almost as if. It's like everybody's doing an impression of themselves acting in the film. I don't know, it's just weird. There's just something odd about it. It's like Aliens made it in certain parts of it. Some of it works really well, but some of it's just like ever so slightly weird. Like I said yesterday, I mean, you've seen the documentary now, but you'll have seen James St. James in the at the end. He's lying on the chair by the pool. With Curtin's hairstyle. He's the author of the book, but that's who Seth Green plays, and I just don't really think Seth Green quite really captured him very well. I think he focused a bit too much on his voice and didn't really capture quite how outrageous James St. James actually is as a person. Do you know what was really interesting though is as an update to that documentary, the main guy, Michael Alec, he did get released from prison. He's dead now, if you didn't know. He died a couple of years ago, I think, from, I can't remember now, just some illness. But he did end up coming out of prison in the end. He was in it for the duration of all that media hype about it, but then and he was allegedly writing his own book, which was going to be this huge, massive, giant book, tell all of it, and it was going to be called Caligula, like Caligula. That never happened, and he passed away. But there's like modern interviews with him now. But most people that were around him have distanced themselves from him. He started doing YouTube videos. I always thought it was a a little bit weird. It almost made me feel like perhaps he never changed, because you would think, I don't know, he would... It's like even after doing his time and getting out, he couldn't resist the spotlight. Because the thing is, what you have to remember is, you know, he's kind of an attractive personality in some ways. He seems like or I can't think of the word, but just an appealing, magnetic character, I guess. But then you have to remember in the back of your mind, like, he killed somebody. You know, whether on drugs or not, but he did some pretty horrific things that sort of get lost in the sauce a bit with the glamour of what was going on. Yeah, he's very charming and devious. I think it is interesting. I think especially because he's also LGBT, it sort of almost has this soft... It's like women who kill as well, you know, there's sort of just this weird bias that you have that's a bit softer, but if you actually sit down and think about it, it's pretty horrific. But it also gets washed away with the idea of, I guess, drugs and stuff. Freeze was also sentenced. I can't remember now. That's the other thing about those 3 pieces of media is one is more... Freeze is like barely in the film, I think, but he's mentioned a lot more in other stuff. But yeah, my day, I finished my book that I was reading, my lesbian horror book, and I hated it. The end. Hated it. Want my time back. I feel like I was duped by YouTube into reading that. Thought it was rubbish. And the ending shocking twist at the end was just basically what you thought it was gonna be from the get-go, because obviously it's a horror, and even just the sort of taglines around it, you know, like when love takes a turn or whatever, you know it's gonna be bad. Oh, it was bad all the way through. The ending, I was hoping the end would save it. I was kind of just like hate reading it, because everybody had blown up on YouTube how the ending was so shocking and left me staring at the wall, and oh, what a great ending, that was so crazy, can't believe it, and blah blah blah, and you're reading the whole thing with this sense of dread, and then it ends and you're just like, whoa, that was so crazy. And I was just thinking, like, this ending, it better be bloody good, because I'm just reading the whole book like, this is so boring, I hate the writing, the main character's awful and insufferable, and it's got stupid moon logic. It feels also a little bit anti-men, which I'm not keen on, obviously because I am a man. I do believe, not that it matters too much, but I don't think it was actually written by a lesbian author, so it kind of had this just weird gender agenda in it that I wasn't so keen on. I think the sort of gist of it was just women can be evil too, and it's like, well, yeah, next. It's 2022, whenever it was written. I didn't feel that novel of an idea, and also some of it seemed to be more like some of the red flags that were going off. He kept admitting in the book that she would have noticed them more if they were a man or something like that, and I'm just like, ugh, are you that naive? But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say too much just in case somebody wants to read it, but I doubt anybody would, going off my recommendations. But yeah, it wasn't worth it. I've given it... I think I'm going to give it 1.5 stars. Maybe 1, I'm not sure. It just didn't feel very sophisticated. To be honest, if you'd have told me it was a YA novel, I'd have believed you. Not shade on YA, but just... yeah. I don't know what I mean by that, and I do know what I mean by that. Yeah, it wasn't good. Because I kept hoping the end was going to be just horrific or something, and just be sort of semi worth it, but it wasn't. Oh, whatever. We can afford the death. I think it's also because it was quite a short book. It was only about 200 pages, but it felt like 600 because it was so dull, and it just kept repeating itself. And I didn't really buy the main character's bisexual awakening. I thought it was really badly done. I watched a YouTube video on it after with somebody else who didn't like it and what they were talking about it, and I kind of agree. It felt like it seems like it's supposed to be a queer novel, but it didn't feel very queer. It felt like, and again, think what you will of this, but it felt like straight people writing about queer people and not really not having any sort of lived experience, or it was just shallow. Don't recommend. The only reason I read it myself is because I saw at least 3 different YouTubers saying how much they loved it. So, and one of them was like, it was one that I actually do, and I still will watch their videos, but I enjoy their content, but they were saying it was one of their favourite books of last year or something, so it just got me intrigued. I wouldn't have looked at it otherwise, but curiosity got the better of me. But it's all a learning curve, because now at least I know the next time somebody says this is their favourite book, I'll be like, well, your last one wasn't so good. I'm glad it's over, because now I can get back to books that I've chosen more off. I mean, I choose all my books, but I've chosen off the synopsis. Like, I've watched people talking about it, saying that it's good, and the synopsis intrigued me, so I'm giving it a go, kind of thing. The only place I'm not got to yet is just choosing a random ass book that I've never heard of before that nobody's told me is good just from the synopsis, but then again, I don't really have bookshops here, so that's very unlikely going to happen. But what I might start doing, because YouTube's quite good for this, is some of the YouTubers, they do like rundowns of books coming out this month and tell you the synopsis for them, like thrillers coming out in May. And maybe I might take a gamble on like one of those or something. There's one I want to read that is coming out soon that I keep hearing a lot of hype for, and it's called Dissection of a Murder. It's coming out in about 2 weeks' time, and it's supposed to be really good, like all the YouTubing people that have had early copies. But then there is also a certain element of are they biased because they feel obliged to say it's good? But it's already been commissioned to have a TV series based on it, which is there's a series already. I can't remember the name, but it had Jake Gyllenhaal, and I think it's just aired. It's like a crime legal show, and it had 1 season, but I think it's going to be an anthology. That was based on a book from the 80s I was reading, and then the second series has been commissioned. It's going to be based on this new book, which seems a bit getting ahead of yourself to base a TV show on a book that hasn't even been released yet. But it does sound, the synopsis sounded interesting. I can't actually remember it very well now, but it's to do with the married couple. One's on the offence and the other's on the defence. The prosecution, that's the word. In the courtroom about some, I think it might be the murder of a judge or something, I'm not sure, but it just sounded interesting. So I do quite like legal thrillers and, well, legal dramas. Like, I used to like Ally McBeal, and I like the Ace Attorney series, and I used to like watching some of The Practice as well. I wish is that on a streaming service? I would love to watch all of that, because that was hard. I came to that late through Ally McBeal, but yeah, I do like those sort of legal twisty dramas where they find new evidence and exciting, like lawyers convincing arguments and stuff. So why not read one? Do you know, sometimes I play these games and I think, like, because I keep the VOD, and I don't know, it's not that I presume people will be watching my VODs, but sometimes they do, so YouTube says. And I sometimes feel like, by the time I get to finishing a game like this one, if I finish it in one sitting, that's fine. But if I don't finish it in one sitting, then it's like, this VOD right now, I'm barely even acknowledging the game is here right now. I'm talking about literally like books that I've read and a movie. So there's no sort of commentary about the video game. It's probably the first I've spoken about it while I've been playing it, but it's because I'm just so bored of it and I've got nothing to say anymore 4 days in. But then it's like, well, maybe I should keep all my VODs, I guess, but then no, because a lot of them are just nothing. Like, I like to keep the VOD as evidence of completing it, but yeah. I usually do only post the final VOD. I like to post a video that has all gameplay that has taken place, like that's new. So even though, like, you know, a baseball game, I will post VODs of just all the games. Any game that was progress. If I played baseball all night and didn't win a single match and we're going to roll the password back, I won't keep that VOD. But if we won one game out of the 15 that I played, I'll keep the VOD because progress was made, do you know what I mean? But with this, I'm starting from the beginning again, so there's no progress. Oh. Yeah, cute. Since you're playing the whole library, the VODs are good. Yeah, it's more like a showing the whole game. That's the purpose of it. But then sometimes you'll get the games that maybe I played it in one sitting, so it's very much reactions and like, oh, talking about it. And then you'll end up with games like this where I'm so sick of it at this point, I've got nothing else to say. I mean, it's like my VOD of Thunder Force 2. I'm practically silent. That was a long time ago though, so it wasn't the busiest chat at the time either, but I'd been playing it for like a week and it was the final run and I was so focused and angry and sick of the game, like most of the VOD is just total silence. But just, I did it. Baseball. Oh, don't eat that, you clown. Yeah, the graphics are nice. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Oh, at least I got that. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it's nice to have the documentation. It's proof / documentation, to be honest, because not this game, but there's quite a lot of games out there that don't have everything visibly available online. Like there's a lot of sports games that don't have their endings credits anywhere. Things like that. Or all levels. They must have sold well. It was probably publishing power as well, you know? I mean, some of these games would be like by Sega of America themselves publishing them. I think that was the case with Fantasia, even though we were talking yesterday that it was French, but it's who's publishing it. Also, it's recognizability. This is a brand. This is Taz. He has a cartoon out. He's a very well-known character. I mean, I got this for Christmas. Why did I get this for Christmas? Because my parents would have seen this and gone, oh, Taz, I know Taz. I'm sure that he'll like some Taz, you know? Whereas, why didn't my parents get me something much better, perhaps? Like, I can't think of a stupid example, but let's just say... I can't think of an example. I can't can't think of anything, but it's just something not recognisable, you know what I mean? Like, what's a good platformer that's random? That nobody's heard of, do you know what I mean? Like that, so, howdy howdy. Pretty cool mechanics which realised how to do things, it's in the cartoon. Yeah, it doesn't play well. I don't like this game, that's the reality, but... I mean, it reviewed okay at the time too, but, you know, a lot of these reviews are probably bought, I don't know. It's the only thing I can say. It was also in probably in a vacuum of a lot of games like this. Let's have a look. Sega Retro. Let's just check the quick review overviews. But it's like, I'll bring this up as my example often, but what's the difference between this and James Bond 2? Why do you hear online how James Bond 2 is not a good game from a very America-centric sort of audience, whereas this one, there's not so much said about it, or Error of the Acrobat? Sometimes I think it's just nostalgia and what you grew up with and what got pushed on you. Sorry, I got really sidetracked then by a screenshot on Sega Retro of Taz Escape from Mars with Cloud Empire as a level, but I guess that's from the Game Gear. Apparently there's different levels. The Game Gear has a different level. Bizarre. Anyway, where's the... I'm making him move to the side because I don't want him to start going blah 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 at me again. Oh, here we are. Here's the reviews. 73 average. Let's have a look. Oh, these ain't so great, some of these reviews. It seems like it reviewed much... Yeah, it seems like it reviewed better in North America than in the UK. Brazilian magazine, 80. Denmark, I think. Dutch, 75. France, 88. Russian, 70. Computer Video Games UK gave it 68. Digitizer UK gave it 61. Electronic Games USA gave it 83. Electronic Games Monthly USA gave it 70. Game Players US gave it 85. Game Pro US gave it 83. Game Master UK gave it 69. Games World UK 77. Game Informer US 72. Mega UK 74. Mean Machines UK gave it 70. Power Up gave it 81. Sega Pro UK 83. Sonic the Comic, I would have read this review. Sonic the Comic UK gave it 70, but yeah, their reviews were just full of bullshit anyway. They were just trying to sell Sega games. Amiga Scrimbo. Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. It's not about the final product, is it? It's about the packaging, the licensors and the publishers and perception and magazines that would push these games, because you have to remember, a lot of these sales, we couldn't YouTube these games, so you really didn't know. You would have to read the magazine, go on good faith and buy it and rent it or whatever, you know, and then you ended up with duds. Whereas now you're so easy to look up games and know ins and outs of them. You've got videos online. What would you know about this game other than still images and a review score? And you just think, oh well, it's Taz, like, recognisable character. And also, I think we tend to have a stigma now of licensed games and characters being bad, but I don't feel like it was necessarily true all the time at this point. Does anybody older want to remember how you used to feel in the early 90s about licensed products? Because I was too young and I would just be a sucker for anything because I was a kid, but you have to think, a lot of the games that were licensed, they were pretty successful and good games. Like Aladdin was good, Castle of Illusion is good, Quackshot's good, World of Illusion's good. Oh, we're dead. Then you got games like, oh, I don't really like Jungle Book, but some people do. It's sort of tolerable. What else is there? There's a lot of stuff in this era that actually was decent that was licensed, so you wouldn't have that stigma. Whereas I think like now, if someone was to release a Taz game, like on the PlayStation 2, a Taz game, people would be like, ooh. Whereas at this point, they might be thinking, wow, the graphics are gorgeous, and I loved that. So maybe games you got GBA games. They were shovelware. Yeah, they were. Well, especially the GBA ones. They were just like quick ports of the main console version, which was also probably rubbish. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's got that sense. I think we also used to approach media in a different way than we do now, because whether you like it or leave it, which isn't the right expression, but I'm really foggy today. We have a hive mind now a lot of the time, and yes, you can disagree, but the hive mind does exist. Why do we all say that licensed games are terrible? Why do we all have that in our brain? Because it's because of the internet, because we've heard it said so many times by so many people. There's YouTube videos of people saying licensed games are bad. It's a constant topic of conversation on like maybe forums or Twitch or wherever, so we all think that way. But when you were like, I don't know, when you were living in 1992, was it, I mean, maybe if it was in print in a magazine, that would give you the idea of it, but you were generally just experiencing games case by case rather than having this thing. Because it's like all the stigmas that we have and things now all come from just online discussions. It's like, you know, Justin, yes, that chestnut's off again, but it's like the entire concept of Eurojank has come from YouTube and internet and Twitch and hive mind conversations, not necessarily first-hand experience. It's just something that's accepted as general knowledge now, that oh, European games have a jank about them and licensed games are usually bad. So if a licensed game's good, it's like, oh, well, that goes against the predetermined stereotype that we have. It's stereotypes, I guess, isn't it? All of it. Japanese developers are always better. Says who? But, you know, it's just the Sega Saturn is good at 2D. These are all just things that you parrot from the internet over and over again. If you don't know what I'm doing right now, by the way, you've just popped into the stream and you think I'm mad, I'm grinding continues on this wretched level, but because it keeps respawning. Play whatever, use games you need to cheat through. Yeah, I cheated through a lot of these games. That's also something else that I don't think gets mentioned enough in modern conversations about retro games, is that people say, "Oh, back in the day, we had more patience. You only got one game a year, so you just got good at it and whatever." And it's like, well, actually, that's not true for everybody, because some of us just played Earthworm Jim with the invincibility sheet and saw the entire game that way. Some of us never finished Echo the Dolphin, but we just used the passwords to sightsee through it, but we would never finish a single damn level. That's the reality of a lot of growing up with these games. It's like this one. I got this for Christmas, never finished it. The levels that we reached last night, I have never seen before because there was no level selection code that I was aware of, so I couldn't see them. Hey, Smudge. I need to breathe. Didn't play the way you thought they would. Well, they're all different, really. That's the weird thing. I mean, it's funny to talk about it as a franchise, because I don't like the first game, love the second one, and I'm not sure about the third one. I need to revisit it. Better things because crap games never got brought over. Yeah, I think that's probably also true. That is a fair observation. Now, patience, you keep playing the same games because, yeah, exactly, that's the reason. If you gave me the entire Mega Drive library when I was like 6, I wouldn't be spending my time playing Taz Escape from Mars. But I didn't have much choice. This was my Christmas present. Didn't have any others. Well, I did. I had this and I had I guess I got Soleil with this, which is bizarre, really, because I got my favourite game of all time, and this one of my least favourite games of all time. But I would eventually finish Soleil and then go back to Taz, you know? I don't know. I need to have a conversation with my brother sometime and ask, like, or my parents. He probably won't remember so well, and my dad is not alive anymore. But, like, why did my parents buy me this for Christmas? Because sometimes I wonder, did he suggest something? I don't think my brother would have suggested this, though. They probably just saw it and thought, oh, it's cute. My parents got me Batman Returns as well, but there's some logic with the Batman because I liked Batman. I was a big fan of Batman, so my parents aren't looking at reviews. They'd just be thinking, oh, well, he loves Batman, so he'll get a Batman game. No, because I didn't like Taz. That's why I find this game so bizarre. I didn't like Taz. I like Looney Tunes, but not Taz. I used to watch the Roadrunner and Bugs Bunny movie, and I don't think Taz isn't even in it. But that's all I used to watch. I didn't really watch the Tasmanian cartoon that much. I would watch it, but I wouldn't have been a fan. It was probably just because it was in Argos or something like that, and not expensive. Maybe it was on sale at a price slash, because it was crap. And, it's a character my mum would know. And so she'd think, oh wow, that'll be fun. It's like your parents, if they're not video gamers and there's like a Mickey Mouse game or something, they'll just get you the Mickey Mouse game because it's Disney, right? It can't be bad. Disney would make bad games. Whereas mum's not going to turn around and think, ooh, like Decap Attack or something like that. That'll probably be good. Because the games that my brother used to buy me for Christmas or birthdays were usually amazing games, but that's because he was a gamer himself and was reading reviews, and I mean, to be honest, he was largely probably getting me games that he himself wanted to play too, so he thought about them carefully, whereas my parents were just getting me a Christmas present, you know? Which one is it better? Neither. They're both terrible in different ways. I think this one is moderately better, but it's bad. It's harder and longer. How many continues is that now, do you reckon? I mean, what were you guys' worst Christmas presents that you got off your parents or whatever? What duds did you get for Christmas and birthdays? Mine were this, Batman Returns. What else did I have on the Mega Drive I didn't really care for? Batman Forever, I guess. Really wasn't great. But I was just stuck with it. I remember my friend getting Sonic Spinball and we both hated it. He got that for Christmas and we both loved Sonic, but he got Sonic Spinball and we both thought it was dreadful. GoldenEye Rogue Agent for the PS2. I'm trying to think of any PlayStation games I got that were bad. After a certain point, my brother just told my parents what to get, I think, so they were usually good. You enjoyed Sonic Spinball? I just didn't really like it. I might enjoy it more now, but I didn't like it as a kid because I didn't really want to play a pinball game. Some people like it. I know Mystical Machine Gun's quite keen on it. Sonic 3D. I don't think that's terrible though. I'd have been happy with that as a kid. It's not the best Sonic game by no means, but I'd have been okay. I mean, I wanted it. I desperately wanted that game for Christmas. I wrote it on my Christmas list for 2 Christmases on the trot and never got it. I got this. But I used to write stupid things on my Christmas list. You know, when you, obviously, spoilers about Santa, but you know when you were absolutely convinced that Santa could do anything. I used to write on my Christmas list that I wanted a BBC computer and Dragon World on it, or Dragon Quest, whatever it was called, Dragon World. It was like one of those granny garden things. I mean, I think my parents just looked at that and thought, what the fuck? How do you even do that? Not even if you could buy them at that point, but I wanted one. They must have been hundreds of pounds. I only wanted to play one bloody game on it. It's because I was playing it in school and I liked it, so I wanted to play it. Do you reckon that's enough continues? Shall we continue on? One more for the road. Whoop, 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 whoop. Can't think what else I got that I didn't. I was very lucky, really. I had a lot of good games, so. Ooh-ah. I bought duds myself, but I'm just thinking about presents. But was a kid. Yeah, I rented a few bad ones. Got Atlantis. Ah, I like that movie. Paper Jobs, you could afford GameCube. I bought a Game Boy Advance with my paper round money. Do you call it a paper job in Australia? Oh, for fuck's sake. Why does it have to bounce off the wall? Oh, fuck off. Why does he have to bounce backwards? 3 on the go. Can't even tank the damage. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, that's going better. Out of 4 PS1 games. Whatever. Oh, there's a lot of good stuff on PS1. Planet X. I like this level visually, but I hate playing it. It's like most of the game. do do do. Surprised I didn't get any Star Wars games as a kid, you know, like the Game Boy one or whatever. My friend had that one. They weren't really. Oh, well, we had Super Star Wars actually, but that wasn't a present. That was my brother bought it. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get like Star Wars on the PlayStation, but I used to play them at friends. Because I was big into Star Wars and I got a lot of Star Wars toys and stuff. I guess there wasn't really any Star Wars games on consoles in like '97. Which was when I was really getting... I remember getting like a very Star Wars Christmas around the time the new movies were coming out. Wow, the special editions. Before episode 1. Yeah, it was either Christmas '97 or '98, I think. Probably '97. I think I got a ton of Star Wars stuff, like Jigsaw. I got Millennium Falcon Puzzle 3D. Did you have those in the States? It could be American, I don't even know. What a craze that was, Puzzle 3D. I had an Eiffel Tower as well. But I had the Millennium Falcon. And like cartoons and stuff. Do you remember those big A3 cartoon colouring things that you would get and they would roll up in a tube? That was a common Christmas present. Do they still sell things like that for kids? And you get some crayons at the bottom of the tube. Rogue Squadron, yeah, but that would have been on like PC, wouldn't it? I didn't play PC gamings. 64. Not sure if I had one then. I never got any N64 Christmas presents. Don't think. It was mostly just what we bought at launch. And I actually didn't get many games later on in life for Christmas from my parents because I got other stuff like the actual console or something, and then my brother would get me the game. paint by numbers type of things. Not necessarily that, but yeah, just the general A3 colour it in thing. But it used to they'd be rolled up in a tube. I used to get the paint by numbers. Do you remember the water paint things as well? The magic paint. You put you just had to add water and you'd put it on the page and the colour would come through. I remember having Thomas Tank Engine things like that. Do you know what else I looked up recently? Did I say Hey Ross? Just in case, Hey Ross. Does anybody remember Questron, I think it was? I think it's a bit older than my time, but my mum was a big charity shop person, so I often would get things that weren't necessarily my generation, but she found them in the charity shop. Like I was posting in my Discord the other day, but well, I'll finish that topic first. But Questron was like this pen thing that you would you get these electronic books. Well, they were books, but they had like obviously some magnet thing in them. I don't know, data. And you had a pen, and you would have to answer questions in the book, like just educational stuff, like where's the turtle or something, and you push the pen on it, and it'd go green for correct and red for no. Burp. I think it was from the 80s actually, but I had it in the 90s. Oh, are we going to make it through all these levels? And then the other thing that I had was Storyteller magazine, which was a magazine we had in the UK that you get a magazine with stories in it, and it would come with a cassette so you could listen to the stories being read to you. I had like Gobelino the Witch's Cat, which I used to listen to. Which I can't remember now. Was Gobelino actually a foreign story? Translated into English. Oh no, maybe not. Ursula Murray Williams. Desperately needing food. Pissing level. It's weird that the music changes for the waterfall and doesn't change back, but if you die, it does change back. Found a way to mod the last two Rogue Squadron games. I used to play a bit of Rogue Squadron 2, because I had a demo disc on PC or something that had like several Star Wars games on it. And it had one level from Rogue Squadron that I used to play over and over. Still really like them. I used to also play, I think it's Shadows of the Empire, but I only ever had a demo, so it was only the first level, which is like the battle at Hoth, and I used to love it. But the rest of the game's not really like that, I don't think. I just realised the boss on this isn't in its own level, is it? It's just at the end of this, so you don't get your health back. Yeah, I think I played it on PC a little bit. Oh, god damn it. Oh, you do? Surprised that even got released. I wish Jedi Power Battles had a release out here. It didn't, as far as I'm aware, on anything. Only the episode 1. So I'd like to get Jedi Power Battles. I suppose I could get it on Dreamcast and use one of those region free doodads. I never finished that. My friend had it, but it was really hard. I remember there was the level where you could fall in these pits and just die. I should stream episode 1 at some point on the PlayStation. So it was actually quite fun, wasn't it? I can't remember if I ever finished it. I think I did. It was never mine though, I used to just borrow it. May 4th is coming up. Oh, does that mean we have to stream Star Wars? I won't. You know, playing games like this though is sort of simulating our childhoods. The fact that I've been playing this for 4 days now, but that's just like you would have played it for Christmas, like 4 days after Christmas, still trying to play this pissing game. July. Jedi July. Taz escape from Tatooine. Ooh. I'm going to do Mega Drive May. Please look forward to May when I'm going to stream Mega Drive games. Oh, you're such a dickhead. Do you want to try and get that bread? It's a hamburger. Wasn't worth it. Looking forward to a month of Mega Drive. Yeah, right? I'm really excited about this event we're going to do. And then in June, I'm going to do just Mega Drive June. And in July, I'm going to do... what? Even more Mega Drive. And in August, I'm going to do... Are you joking? It's more Mega Drive. And then in September, I'm going to play Sega Saturn. No. Exactly right. Please look forward to when I step out of my comfort zone and stream some Mega Drive, all in May. Doobie-doo. Oh, it's not this level then. Jolly Mega Drive, there we go. Jolly Mega Drive. August will be Awesome Mega Drive August. Sensational Mega Drive 6 September. No, it can't possibly be more Mega Drive November. And then December will be Don't know. Dangerous amounts of Mega Drive. Ooh-ah! A hamburger? Diabolical Mega Drive December. Save the awful games for them. What awful games on the Mega Drive? There aren't any. Doobie-doo. Whoa! I've already been here. No, I think I did this yesterday. Some of this level just looks all the same. How much you love this clearly not off game. It's left me speechless. It's just that good. It's definitely one of the games that we'll be talking about in years to come. It's left me dizzy. I'm spinning around. Move out of my way. No, you're feeling me because you like it, like Taz. That's many different references, is it? We're breezing through this game. It's easy breezy. Lemon squeezy. Ba 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 ba. Do I want a game over on purpose? We've only got one life. We'll see. Do 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 do. This level is best done quickly. We found out yesterday. Without waiting for Wile E. Coyote or anybody else to show up. There we go, nice and easy. We've escaped from Mars, apparently. Yeah, but the game will not end. I don't know. We end up back on Mars again at the end. I'm not really sure why. I actually don't really know why we end up back up on Mars. Unless maybe this isn't Mars. Maybe it's all fake. Fake Mars world. Bombs. And the cows come home. Let's just move on. If you... Game will never end, no. I still think it's quite dastardly that the first game got a sequel, but it must have sold well. I think it did. But then again, you know, there's lots of games that had sequels on the Mega Drive which didn't really deserve them. Boing! I am getting gradually better at this game though, isn't that just something? So why do they put two pieces of health back to back like that? I don't really even think about the pacing. You could do that health pack elsewhere in the level, not there. It's very annoying too that you can't enter the door while he's flashing with iframes. Hold up. Thank you for the raid. Dandy Gamer, how are you? Have we got a shout out going? Is Techie Rob on the case? Could you give a big shout out, Techie Rob, please? Grab your confetti, because these raiders are dandy. That's a lovely raid message. How are you? Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. I've never finished that one. I finished Seasons. I always get burnt out on that one. How was it? Here's the confetti. Whoops. Well, if you don't, let me see if I can leave it there. If you don't know what's going on here and you just... Oh, do you mind? Thank you. If you're wondering what's going on, I'm playing every Mega Drive game there was. This is game 270. It's 4 years of this now. This game is dreadful. That's all I have to say about it. I don't like it. I hate playing it. I'm trying to finish it. We got very close yesterday. Ready to put this one to bed. I actually had this as a Christmas present as a child, so I knew what I was getting myself into. Made the mistake back in the day of trying to alternate between the two games. I always convince myself I'm going to do Seasons first, and then I kind of get bored when I get halfway through Ages. Isn't there like a water... There's like a water dungeon that I vaguely remember getting to, and then that's it. It's not that I don't like it, but you know the Zelda water dungeons. Moving levels of water up and down is my least favourite thing to do in dungeons. That minecarts. But yeah, we're playing Taz Escape from Mars. It has indeed been 270 games. Before this, we just did Krusty Super Funhouse, which was supposed to be my Let's Play Something Nice game, and it ended up being worse than my childhood memory of it, but now we're playing Taz. No confetti but hearts as a replacement. Why did I do that? Just get inside. Exceptions, you can't think of any. Are rarely good. Do you classify Tiny Toons as Warner? Is that Warner? It's their IP though, isn't it? But like Konami made that, that's why it's good. I love the Tiny Toons game on the Mega Drive. That's one of my favourites. I've heard people say that the Bugs Bunny game is good on the Mega Drive, but I haven't played it myself yet. I didn't hate the Bugs Bunny game on the PlayStation. It wasn't amazing, but it was decent as a video game. The was it Bugs Bunny in Time or something with the carrots? Bugs Bunny with the carrots. Narrows it down. Oh, you penis. I'm gonna die, and this is the end of the level. Oh, fucking A. To do the whole thing again. Played a Roadrunner game. I played one on the Commodore 64 that I used to like as a kid. Most surprisingly good games so far. Ooh, quite a few. I need a drink. Disney's got some good games. Oh, there's some good Sega Disney games as well. Some of my favourites, Castle of Illusion and World of Illusion and Quackshot. Aladdin's a good one as well. The Mega Drive one. Obviously the Super Nintendo one is Capcom. But this is just... It's just... You can see... It's like... What is wrong with this game? It's everything. It's just vomit of level design and hazards everywhere, and it's just, yeah. You want to play Aladdin for the MD? It's been a bunch of madness. You start thinking they would be bad, ended up enjoying them. But no, there has been a few. Sorry, I just got a bit lost then. I think Blades of Vengeance was a really good surprise. Just from looking at screenshots and initially, I think I was thinking it was going to be like Sword of Sudan, which I can't stand. But Blades of Vengeance was really good. That was a lovely surprise. What else? Trampoline Terror was much better than I was expecting. Really enjoyed that. It is nice to get pleasantly surprised. I don't know now, I can't remember. Anybody that's been here a long time want to help me out here? What have we liked that was a surprise? Pugsy! I loved just reading Traveller's Tales there, but I ended up absolutely loving Pugsy. But, well, I think I thought I was going to like it anyway, so... Did a bunch of them on the SNES. I don't really like a lot of those. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't think they're actually... I think they're a bit overrated. I think people just get too obsessed with the technological achievements of them, but I don't think they're very fun. That's a good word as well, fun. Mickey Mania's too mean, and Toy Story's just not fun. It really isn't. But it looks nice. But I do like Pugsy. We've already done those. We've not done Mickey Mania yet. It's a state, we've done a lot of genres. Did I even record Krusty's Super Fun House on that? I can't even remember if I forgot to add it to the genres. Oh, bite me. Oh, why am I even going up there? No! Oh, put it down, Taz, you fool. Oh, and I've got rid of the health. Now we're in trouble. I have seen those videos. It's Game Hut, isn't it? I liked watching how they did the pirate ship on Bluesky. You played Toy Story. I had that. I had Toy Story on the Game Boy. Didn't like it. Really need some health. I'm not gonna get it. Yeah, I've seen that video as well. I'm not gonna make it. I'm ruined it by hitting that med pack. We're at the end again. Oh, Yosemite's gonna get me. No. Ooh. Oh. Yes. Beautiful. We love a clutch. Now let's load a ball. It's a joke because it's a fucking ball, isn't it? You just don't cooperate. Oh. Hey, Restaurant Roster, how are you? He's doing it again. He's doing the thing. Oh god, this would have been easier at 50 hertz. Go in the wall. Mister, not so fast. I think you need to jump before he appears on the screen, which just makes no sense. You would think jumping at the last minute would ensure him to go into the wall, not jumping early. Yeah, jumping early seems to ensure he'll hit the wall. That is just dumb. But, you know, why on earth would this game ever not be done? Yeah, jumping really early means he'll hit the wall. Done. Right, we've got the final ordeal going on here. But good morning, Plumbo, how are you? I need to pee and I might actually make a drink. So I will take a little break before we do this level, because this level is annoying. I'll leave you with some music.
3015.
Hello to you too. We're back with more Taz. Oh, hey Shadow Player, see you creeping in while I'm on my break. Untangle my headset. I'm like, why is the cable pulling time? Back for more punishment? Of course, that's what we do here. How are you? Feeling confident tonight though. We're already on good time. 1 hour 30 minutes ish of gameplay, and we're on the second to last world. I consider that good. So much of this is just not worth engaging with. Like, you'll take more damage trying to not take damage getting over those things. Sometimes just use your iframes and get on with it. Oh, fuck. Hey, Jamesy. Having a pretty good day? I'm having a terrible day. Sorry. It's been an allergy day today. So I'm a bit loopy right now, actually, because I've taken an antihistamine this morning, which I take every day, 2 times a day, and today it just wasn't working. And then I took some of the sort of milder cold medications to sort of help, because my nose just would not stop. I took a power nap for an hour, which I thought, I mean, I've had a hot bath, tried to steam it away, wouldn't work. Took a nap, didn't work. And so in the end, I've taken the really potent, like, drain your sinuses medicine, but it always leaves me like dehydrated and kind of a bit foggy. And when I finish this, don't know, it's gonna be a few years. Super Nintendo, let's go. I'll just keep playing games. I'll just play something else. I'd love to do the Super Nintendo library. I'll never run out of video games to play. If I ever get a Super Nintendo sorted out, I'd like to carry on. I was planning to go through the Super Nintendo library because it goes well with this. PC Engine would appeal as well. Your nose ran all afternoon. That's what do you know what it feels like then? It's awful. Do you have the sensation of needing to sneeze constantly and you can't think straight because your brain is foggy? That's allergies. And I think people that don't have them, or don't have them strongly, think that it's just, oh, a couple of little tissues and and wiping your nose now and then. It's not. It's so debilitating. If this is my last resort, taking the medication that I did tonight. Otherwise I wasn't streaming because I literally couldn't. I was just in bed, absolutely miserable. I wouldn't be able to talk because I'd be just constantly like sniffling all the time and sneezing, and I needed to like put tissue up my nose. Can't even see straight because my eyes are like all fuzzy because I want to sneeze. There's nothing worse. And once I get really bad, it's very hard to stabilise because once my nose gets irritated, that's it. And often it's game over until tomorrow. Just go to bed. Day's ruined. That was today. It's been raining as well. Sometimes I think it's when I don't get enough sleep too, it makes it worse. Some of it might even be like dust and mould inside, you know, but it's like, how do you get to the sources of that? Activates more when it's humid. Wants to be in the garden. Ooh-ah! But now I'm finally able to breathe, but I feel very dehydrated. Oh my god, I actually made it as well. Why do I feel like that gate is shut? I was saying earlier, I finished my book, didn't like it. Rubbish, don't recommend. Really need some food. Bloom, the lesbian horror one. The ending was just not really that exciting. It was just, what a twist, she's evil kind of thing, but we knew that anyway, and it didn't really do anything with it that I thought was that shocking or interesting. Not worth reading an entire book just for that. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. What rate it? I'm probably gonna. I'm on the fence of a 1 star or a 1.5. I still haven't rated Tender as the Flesh yet on Storygraph. I think I'm gonna give it a 4. Sometimes you need to put a few days between a book. I'm trying to be more thoughtful with my ratings on. Not that it matters. I'm not the book police or anything. But I'm trying to be more thoughtful with it about what a book is, because sometimes I think I do it with the games as well. Sometimes I think I just swing one way or the other. I'm too mean or too kind. And I kind of want Storygraph to give me good recommendations, so I want to kind of recommend truthfully. And think more about what I'm reading. Finished the Green Kingdom. Did you say you ordered Party Monster? I might reread that myself after we were talking about it. I have a friend here who I think would like it though, so what I might do is see if he wants to read it too at some point, but he's not going to get a Kindle for a little while. Oh fucking hell, did I totally touch that lever, you bastard game? Did I not? Because I went on Amazon last night and I was looking at the preview for it and read the first like 3 pages again. I was like, oh, I love this book. Equip post. Well, let me know when you get it. Do you not use any of the book things like Goodreads or Storygraph for your bookings? Oops. So I like just to keep track of books that I've heard about or been recommended as well. I like having a list to pick from of books that I want to read in the future, because I don't have physical shelves. I need to read reviews on Goodreads. I recommend Storygraph. Although, I wouldn't read reviews. Probably the same as Goodreads too, but I feel like people tend to spoil stuff. I've learned the hard way, just don't read reviews, because I think people just tend to say a little bit too much. They don't seem to police it very well. Because I hate when people say, oh, it was quite good, enjoyed it, very sad ending. Like, saying something has a sad ending is a spoiler, in my opinion. You shouldn't say whether a book or a movie has a sad ending or not. Because I'm going to watch the whole movie waiting for it to be sad. And that will make me guess things like, oh wow, he's going to die then probably, because it's sad. Couldn't believe the twist. You know, I'm on the fence with that one because I've heard that talked a lot, and a lot of the YouTubers that I've been watching, they're always on about these books have the most shocking twists, and it's like, well, is it a shock to say that? Is it a spoiler to say that something has a big twist? And it's like, I've just read The Housemaid has a big twist. It even says on the front cover. That horror book that I just read, well, has a shit twist. But I think if the genre is thriller, it's okay to say it has a twist because it's basically expected. That is the genre that you're reading. Thrillers generally are about tension, suspense, and twists that surprise you and shock you. But I think if you're going to read like a fantasy or something that's not necessarily marketed as that and saying that it has a huge twist, I think is a bit of a spoiler. But if you're going to read a thriller, you're generally expecting a twist. Oh my god, no! Why was it locked? Did I not pull the lever? Straight up tells you the ending of the game. Oh, some people are just like, they can't help themselves. I don't understand people that love to ruin things for other people. That's awful. Yeah, it is on the cover, but generally, like thrillers, it's about the twist. Because that's just the nature of the beast. Oh, see, because often with thrillers, even though you know that there's a twist, the thriller will usually try not to let you guess. To me, it's like even reading Dan Brown's books. It's formulaic. You know there's going to be a twist because that's what that author does. So it's like I read the I Know Who You Are by Alice Feeney, and she's known as the Queen of Twists. So you know that every one of her books has a huge twist in it. And yet it still is surprising. It's almost fun knowing that there's a twist in those genres and trying to think, can I guess it? It feels almost like it's a challenge between you and the book. Can the book like keep you off figuring out the twist, even though you know there is one? It's quite addicting. Mad at you for getting mad. Didn't care about spoilers. That's his business. That's ridiculous. I hate it. People do it to me too. That I don't like it. It's like with games. No spoilers and things, because it has the opposite effect on me. You know, if you ruin something for me, I become disinterested in it really quickly and don't want to watch it or read it or play it if you tell me too much about it. I like enough to get, like, give me enough to get the hook, you know, like the blurb, give me that, but don't tell me too much. It just makes me, yeah, it makes me drop it. I don't want to play anymore. Guess the twist in the village. Oh yeah, I did. I can tell you why. Spoilers for the village, if you don't want to know. It was because I noticed at the start of the film, when she was in the graveyard, my first thing was I looked at the date and I thought, well, that's weird. And that was it. That was it. I was immediately just like, okay. But it was right there. I kept thinking, those dates don't add up for what kind of period they're trying to establish with the costumes and stuff. So then I spent the whole film just trying to think about that and was just like, oh, I see what's going on here. Before the village, I had the same twist. You know it from the trailer. Yeah. The problem with stuff like that, though, as well, is that when there's nothing else much to it, that's it, isn't it? Like, if that's the twist, that's the film, and oh, okay. I kind of felt that way a little bit with The Housemaid, which I'm not going to spoil on stream because that's very new and the film's just come out. But yeah, The Housemaid was just. I enjoyed it, and I didn't guess the twist. I don't think the twist is very guessable, to be honest. But it was reminiscent of things I've already seen before. It felt like it was borrowing from other thrillers in places. Some of it reminded me a little bit of Gone Girl. Not necessarily in the way you would think, but just in the style of it. The way it was written. Just stuff like that. I actually thought Gone Girl was pretty good, but I thought the film was about 20 minutes too long. I didn't really like the end of that film. Just getting a text from my mom. Oh, yeah. I guessed that from the trailer. I mean, what else could it be? Your spoiler alert's backwards though, you need to put that at the front. But yeah, that Netflix documentary thing. The trailer just flat out insists on you guessing it, because it's just like you'll never guess who it was from. Like, spoilers If you don't want to know, go away for a minute. But it's that one with the catfishing, wasn't it? What was it? The boyfriend or something? But yeah, it's just like this teenage girl's getting all these horrible messages from somebody, and it's like I mean, if you say you'll never guess who it was. It's like, well, it's obviously got to be somebody shocking, so it's a family member, and Dad's yapping in this trailer all the time. There's a distinct lack of mum in most of these interviews, and so I'm just like, and my friend was messaging me saying that they were watching it, and I was like, was it her mum then? Because that's what the trailer's giving me. How do I get this medical bag? Because the thing is, if you've only got a cast of about 4 or 5 people, and it's got to be it's like murder mysteries, you know? Because I always have this thought process when I'm doing a murder mystery or something. I'm like, well, it's got to be one of these people, because if it's just, there's nobody else. It can't just be random guy that hasn't been introduced yet, or that like guy in the shop in chapter 1, because that wouldn't be a very interesting surprise, would it? You just go, oh, all right. So it's like, well, it's like when you watch a murder mystery, it's like, well, it's obviously going to be a husband or the butler or whatever, because who else could it be? You need to be more clever with a larger cast and stuff and red herrings, I think, to do that. And sometimes I think that's why it's better off to just not put too much into foreshadowing about it being a big surprise. Because that documentary, they're too busy trying to hook you in to make you watch it that they're actually just ruining it in their own premise. Because if you just watched it because it was interesting, then you probably would be like, oh my god, what a crazy twist. Because it's like, and I'm absolutely not going to spoil this, but did anybody watch The Jinx, which was the true crime documentary called The Jinx? I'm not going to discuss it, because if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. But like, wow. that really was just whoa. Shocking. But it's not hyped up about. I'm hyping it up now though. Yeah, crazy. The Jinx, oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's an old one. It's before Making a Murderer, so it's kind of before that big boom of those things, but it's very good. You know the one I never finished? I didn't finish The Staircase. I only watched like 2 episodes. I need to finish that. Choose a background character in a mystery. Yeah. You just got to watch out for who it could be, but it's got to be... Depends on what the murder mystery wants, though, because does it need to be shocking, or just somebody that you wouldn't expect? It doesn't need to be shocking, but thrillers tend to want more to be shocking, and you know, you get the popcorn thrillers and stuff. That's what they're all about. It is fun though. I do enjoy reading them. Because they're page turners, because you can't wait to get to the big. You just get to this feeling of like you just want to know, so you just keep reading. But unlike the horror one that I was watching, I'm not spoiling it, no, because there might be somebody else. Anyways, it's not really so much a spoiler, it's just how it sort of unfolds that's crazy. True crime stream. It's a good show, you should watch it. It's hard to find now, I think, though. Pretty good. I know. I want to read some Agatha Christie, so let's not Agatha Christie it, because I'm going to read some. That is my plan. I'm going to start. In fact, now that I've finished that Bloom, I could probably start one more book. I think, and I might start one. I'm going to read, and then there were none. I want to finish what I've got on the go first. Talking about books so much lately has made you want to buy lots of the Choose Your Own Adventure books. Get on the story graph, Barface. Join me. ABC Murders. I want to do And Then There Were None because there's a Japanese book I want to read which is influenced by it, but yeah. Is ABC Murders standalone or is that Miss Marple Poirot? Because they often used to mix them up with the TV shows a bit. They sometimes just turn them into Miss Marple stories. My mum was always reading Agatha Christie and watching them. Poirot. Oh, I just meant, was it a not part of the franchise of Poirot? I'm probably would. I'm an arsehole though. I'll read them in order. It's just how I am. I know some of them though, because I grew up in a household of Agatha Christie. Like my mum has read all of her books, many times over. My sister loves them too. They love murder mysteries. My mum and my sister absolutely love murder mystery stuff, but they don't like true crime. They don't like upsetting, distressing, gross murder mysteries. Like they like Agatha Christie, you know, just it was poison in the glass kind of thing, or a knife, a body in the library, and things like that. They don't want like dark thriller, twisted, crazy kind of story stuff. My sister's very squeamish as well, so she doesn't want to watch. She doesn't, because sometimes, you know, when they've updated an Agatha Christie and tried to make it a bit modernised and they make it a bit more gruesome, my sister doesn't like it. Because, like, Gremlins scares my sister, so that's that. But, so as a child anyway, it was always like, my mum was always watching Miss Marple or Poirot or something. She's got like all the DVDs and the VHSs. I used to watch them sometimes in the background, but I remember she'd try and get me into them, but I wasn't having it a lot of the time. But I did used to watch the black and white movies with Margaret Rutherford. I remember watching those. Murder, She Wrote and Murder Most Foul, but they're not, some of them don't have books. I don't think too much got. See, I like the dark. The dark. I don't like torture porn though. It needs to have substance. But I do like it in the story. Perhaps I like a dark thriller. I think I like the dark side of people, but I don't necessarily like the violence, if you get what I mean. But it's more the motivations and the psychology that I kind of enjoy in a dark story, but I don't want actually just... I think that's why I don't like things like Hostel, because, not that I've seen it, but I've read the synopsis, but it's like the people doing it, they're boring. They're one-dimensional, they're just evil, do you know what I mean? There's no story going on there, they're just nasty killers. Doesn't interest me. And it's like the characters being killed are also not interesting people either. They're just there to be killed. Whereas I'd rather watch or read something that's got like a big story, and then maybe it takes a dark... It's the difference for me, it's like why I would enjoy... If you've ever seen the movie Audition. Audition is much better to me than Hostel. And that's because Audition is a very slow-burning mood, atmosphere, sense of dread, creepy story that goes to some very dark places. Is there interest in watching Hostel? Yeah. I watched the first Saw. Saw, I think, is a bit better because it's more like a thrills horror movie, I would say. Doesn't feel, but I think it gets worse as it goes on, doesn't it? But the first movies, I didn't love it though. Everybody else did, but I wouldn't dismiss it as... I think it's got substance, but I just didn't... I thought it was overrated. It's all because of the twists and stuff that people like it, but yeah. I sort of guessed who the baddie was anyway. Or something about it, but I wasn't buying whatever the film was feeding. but I've only ever seen the first Saw. I've done my usual thing that I say that I do. I've read all the Saw movies on Wikipedia because I'm morbidly fascinated, but I don't want to sit through them. But I still want to know. I've read the Saw movies, I've read the Hostel movies, I've read the Terrifier movies, but I won't watch them. Reading them is probably worse in some ways, because I think my imagination is probably worse than the final product. Yeah, I do. I wonder how many people do that. I'm glad somebody else does. It's like I don't want to watch them because I just think they're gross, and I'm just a bit of a pussy, really. I think they're going to upset me, but I really want to know. It's like that Serbian film. I've read it. Oh, I've read it. I've read The Human Centipedes, but I won't watch them. But I want to know. I want to know what the brouhaha is all about. I've read Caligula, I've read 120 Days of Sodom, I think is it. But I won't watch it. I think the only extreme film I would say that I've ever seen is Cannibal Holocaust. And that was only because I was round somebody's house and they insisted on putting it on. And, well, I didn't really have much say in the matter. And it ended up just not being as bad as I thought it was going to be. But I think that's about it, really, that I've ever seen that's sort of a nasty. And I have seen a tiny bit of one of the guinea pig films, I think, or all of it, I can't remember. It was the same person, same house, and they were insisting on putting these things on. I was just like, oh, I don't really want to watch this. It was like my friend's mum's boyfriend. But I haven't seen it ever again since, and I was about probably like 18, 17 when I watched Cannibal Holocaust, and I remember thinking it wasn't actually too terrible as a movie as well. But I don't know if I'd ever want to watch it again. I think I'd rather watch Apocalypto, which is a good film. But it's not that it's nasty; it's just that it's sort of. God, this level is going to kill me. It's better off going up there, aren't we? Oh! They did, yeah. I've read that on the Wikipedia to prove that they hadn't killed them. And show how they did it. Problem with that film, obviously, let's not dwell on it too much, but the film has animal cruelty in it, like real animal cruelty. That's the main problem with that film, I would say, in this day and age. If anybody was going to watch it, it's got real animal death in it. Which shouldn't have happened. I don't remember that though, because it's so long ago. I don't know if I was watching a cut version as well, but it's not. It isn't that bad as a film though, really, other than the animal cruelty. But in terms of like human violence and stuff, I think it's probably quite tame these days, especially with movies like Terrifier or whatever out. Oh yeah, there's a lot of old films with cruelty and stuff for shock value. But generally those films, they're all like exploitation films anyway. I don't really want to watch much of them. They usually have very bad stereotypes. They usually have tons of violence against women. They're just, you know what I mean? They're just not really... They're like the torture porn of the era. Those sorts of zombie 70s, 80s nasty films. I've always preferred slashers, things like that. That's more my cup of tea to actual horror. Don't really like zombie stuff. I do like The Evil Dead though. But I like the Halloween, first two Halloweens. Oh, for fucking... Chase movies they killed, guys. I've seen most of the Friday the 13th, the older ones anyway. God, this bit is insufferable. There'll be some food there. The most houses? No. What was that though? That wasn't the thing with Michael Parkinson in there, was it? No interest in watching them, might be fun to read. Yeah, but you know, sometimes I do wonder if reading them is in some ways worse, because I think sometimes what you read is not necessarily what you actually saw. And your imagination sees it instead. When in the film maybe they cut away or something, it's just implied. So I don't know, I kind of gross myself out with it all. And it looks more real in your mind. I always feel a bit sick afterwards as well, full of regret. Until the next time. Sometimes I'll also Google pictures, but I still don't want to watch the film, but I just want to... it's almost like I can't believe it. It's just like I want to see, kind of, but I'll like hold my phone away and like maybe just like look with one eye. And then I'll see something and be like, oh! My movie friend of Britain? No, he's American. He'd probably like it though, he likes reality TV. We should watch that though, the Michael Parkinson one. Is that the one that you're talking about? I should watch that. And my friend, and I'll tell him the backstory to it. He'll find it probably really crazy that it happened. I've never seen it in its entirety. I've just seen it on those, you know, those talking head TV shows of like most shocking TV moments and stuff that are usually on like Channel 5 over New Year's while I'm back. It's always on those things. But anybody that doesn't know, there was this like TV show about paranormal stuff in the UK in like 1993 or something, and they did a hoax TV show. And they had a reputable Michael Parkinson, like he's a big TV interviewer, he was. And so he's a very respectable person, and he was in on it too. And they made the whole thing up, like with like shaking walls, and they didn't have a kid that was like being possessed, but it's like an actor and stuff. But they actually like duped a lot of the general public into thinking this was like a haunting happening live on television. And people like got genuinely distressed and were like phoning in and stuff, and then it was revealed that it was actually all just actors. But it's like, could you even I don't think you could get away with that now. I mean, I don't think people would believe it these days, but like it's crazy to do that on television. Because it was live as well, wasn't it? It was all fake. Reminds me of did you ever see Inside Number 9? They did a Halloween special that felt like it was sort of a send-up of that. They tried to do a very similar thing with an episode of Inside Number 9 where it was supposed to be a live episode. And it was on and I watched it, and then it was like things were going wrong while they were doing the episode. It was cool. Inside Number 9 is a brilliant TV show. I just can't believe I ever managed to do this level as a kid. To see that boss. Maybe I never did genuinely do it. Maybe I just remember the demo. It's fucking toss. Ah, damn it! Only one life left. I'm gonna have to redo all this shit again. But I've got the boss fight as well. I did see a sneaky way how to do this boss though, with ease. I'm gonna try. Get to it. It's like, what do they actually expect you to do with this shit? You got a choice. Like, you jump and get hit by the eyeball, you jump and attack the eyeball and bounce backwards into the slime, or you try, like, maybe to pixel perfectly land so that you don't touch anything with his awful jump physics, and then we do it again. Just, this is what pisses me off about this game, and it just does this all the time with its level design. It's supposed to be on yeah, I don't know. It's like we've been dropped. We get dropped in a. It's like a plane keeps dropping us from place to place. I think we're trying to get back to Tasmania now. So apparently, I think you can just hug the wall. Yeah, and do that. That makes this better. Or, I think the other way, like the thing we was doing. Oh, well. Oh, let's just stick with what we know, eh? The bullies, yeah. Yeah, I've found out with the bull you need to jump much, much earlier. And now off we go to the next world. The final world. And I'm going to lose our first continue because I want to get my lives back. 11 continues. There we go. That'll be good. Trying to remember what we did yesterday. Oh fuck. Wasted that. Oh. Oh my god! Stop bouncing off the wall! Great. Do I want to just throw the continue and get all my lives back? I think I do. This is the final world. It's just that every time I get far in this game, it's late and I just want to go to bed, and then I just have to start over again. Technically, the first night I streamed this, I had 14 continues when I was on the second to last level, but I just wanted to go to bed. Well, not the first time, the second night I streamed this. And last night I got to this world, but it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. It's 1 in the morning now, but 1 in the morning is different from 3. It was like 3 in the morning, I had 6 continues I think left, but I was just like, I just don't want to play anymore. I've had enough. I'm glad I stopped. I'm in a better mood for it tonight. Oh my god. There's literally nothing over there. That wouldn't even let me bounce. Just lose. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't in this game. Like, gotta get past the thing floating in the air, jump into it, get hit, jump and kill it, bounce back into the other thing on the floor and get hit. Oh, I forgot about that. Why won't you land on that platform? Oh, it's like his head makes me deregister on it. And this just doesn't work how they probably wanted it to, because he just moves all the time. No, I think they practically force you to fall down there. It wouldn't let me go to the right. Interesting. I wish it was a life, not a continue. If I ever do this again, I probably don't need to grind the continues on the mole world for all I've been using them. Oh, get on the fucking box! This platform in his arse! He's got the worst physic momentum. I've got to get him up here somehow. Oh my god. Whoa! The baby and his friend. No, that looked cute. Bubble and squeak. So, I have looked something up about this. I was curious to see if I was missing the point, and I was kind of missing a bit of the point. There is something we can do, which is going to change things. Not that though, is it? You can destroy the lasers on that bit that I was confused about yesterday, but it still seems like you still got to take one bit of damage. Ooh, I did not mean to go that way. Ouch. I used to have one of those that you threw at the window. It would dick. These controls are so bad. Like right now I have to press down and up to move up and down, not left and right. We're at the dodgy gravity maze, yeah. Can he go away? There we go. So, this thing... I just think you have to take damage here, I'm not sure really, but yeah. This can be destroyed. Ow. It's probably easier to do it somewhere else. Oh my gosh. This is such fucking awful level design. Excuse you? I don't know what else to say. This level is just awful. Hey, Peacock Soul. He is. Upside down, it's turning me. To go over this way. There we go, we destroyed those lasers. Which is what I didn't know about yesterday. This just doesn't seem very possible either. Ooh. Now this is force damage, surely. Load of shit. Oh my god. I don't even know what this one's. Oh, there's another one. Ah! This is such an abomination of a level. I guess we've got to find the lasers and destroy them. There's a complete lack of health as well. How do we not do damage here? Ugh. I feel like we need to find the other... I need to not hit that. Whoa! Oh, where the fuck am I now? We're dead. This is just atrocious. Tastrocious. Tazstry. Stop bouncing! Ah! Oh, we managed to skip it, good. Whew, the Martian dog, yeah. It's strangely soothing though, this music, isn't it? It really reminds me of the story of Thor, like near the end of it, the final dungeon. Or the Overworld. Just get through this with all my lives intact, that would be nice. More attempts at the shoddy maze. At the end of Echo. Oh, Echo's in a different league to this. What, the music? No, Echo's disturbing. This has just kind of got an eeriness to it. I'm getting very tempted to just play Echo 2, you know. TV be damned, but why is it so hard to land on a fucking square and stand on it? It's because they've also programmed these squares to only have a tiny bit of standing space. Where's the platform? The game is actually broken. Where's the platform? Where's the Ooh. Well, this way's nicer. No, it's not. I hope this is a shortcut. Oh, and an extra life. Is that a bone for the final dog? Wait, I've still got to go back though. Welcome to the... No, that's quite creepy music. Oh yeah, this would work there. At least now we know there's love. The game is actually broken. You haven't spawned the platform I need to get up. Am I soft locked? I'm so tired of this. Please spawn the platform. You haven't spawned the platform. The game is actually fucking broken now. There's supposed to be a platform that goes diagonally up and down so that I can reach. I can't continue. Thanks, game. Garbage. At least there's an extra life. Otherwise I would be a little bit more annoyed. Piece of shit, this is. Like, it shouldn't be this difficult in a platform to just land on a square, but he has to have this stupid momentum where he always goes like an extra half a centimetre from when you've released the D-pad, but with a weird delay. But it's like, I quite clearly landed on the platform then, but it was like, it kind of auto-corrects you off it. Where did that go? Gonna spawn the platform this time. There, see, now there it is. Thank you for letting me actually finish the game this time. Thanks for including the platform. But now that we know this is here... really need this bone though. I shall hear. Oh, you just fucking throw it away. Thanks. I did not touch a single button. Taz just decided, fuck it, we're throwing the bone away. I mean, I know I said we don't even need this, but not sure what it's for though. Why do we need that bone? There's nothing. There's nowhere to take it. All the way to the end. He was listening. Yeah, I guess he was. This just does not work at all. So I guess the bone's for that, but you don't need it. Okay, 4 lives, maze time. I don't understand this level. No sir-y. I gather we've got to destroy both the lasers and then get back somehow. Oh, get out! Do some food in this level. Not sure what they want you to do with the red laser to not take damage. But it's done now. I guess they want you to come this way round. No, there's no way. Or maybe you get the yellow laser first is the thought process, or the blue. But then what? How do I get out of here without taking damage? So very silly. Why not just skip the level by going through the laser? Oh, it's a hard block. Let's just try going a different way from here. Oh, his fucking attack. Try and jump spin and he rams down into the ground. Just hit the fucking thing. Where do I go from here? No, because that's just lasers, so it must just want me to go. I don't understand this bit. I don't know how you get through this without taking a ton of damage. Why does that hurt? Ah! Jesus Christ, this level. It's abysmal. Bzz. hell? It's the blue laser done. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I don't want to be here right now. Oh my god. Why aren't there any health pickups in this level? Like, none. Oh, it has, yeah. But I don't understand the logic of the level that it wants you to do. The order. I don't have enough health to survive. I've already fucked it because I've taken too much damage already. There's no health sources. Oh, don't go up there. Obviously wants you to do the red one later because there's no way to get to the red one without taking damage. Unless you turn the others off. I don't know how to traverse this safely without taking damage here. I want to be over there. Upside down. But this always auto-corrects me. I can't get over, I don't think. Oh, I can. Okay, that's it then. Oh, I don't know, Escordia. Thankfully this is the last one. Fucking great. Oh, sure, why not? Let's follow the level logic though. It clearly wants us to go this way. Can't even see now. Oh, there we go. The yellow's supposed to be first then. Okay. Put more effort into this. More effort to make it fucking awful. This is a horrible level. So I think we're supposed to come here first. This is the game's internal logic. It's a pretty long game. Yeah, it's got 6 worlds with about 3 levels each. And pretty much all of them are awful. So then we come this way. Down here, perhaps? Oh, God, you fucking troll-ass bitch. Do we die if we go that way? We do. He's very frail. There's just no health anywhere, which makes this even worse. Not sure why they need to take 4 hits. Oh, you fucking bitch! I didn't know they could even shoot that way. Made me jump. This is gonna hit me. Oh, okay. Not that way.
What a great car!
Did we say it was down here? Ugh! That wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh my god. Now we're at the mercy of just taking forced damage. But I've got no health anyway, so this is a rip. Oh, why? Why'd you put them at the bottom of the fucking pit? God, I hate this. I need this game to not be shit. That level needs some health in it. Oh, I swear to God. Every single game. Oh! Just destroyed the health pack. Totally fine. Bad ones last for hours, they do. Oh bother. Fiddle-dee-dee. Yes. Be silly to get mad at a game that's only giving me the best of time. Final worlds in the whole library. The whole game has been bad. It's on brand. It's just got worse and worse and worse and worse. Only the first world is tolerable. The rest of the game is awful. Fuck this game. Fuck this fucking game. Did I miss the health? I did, didn't I? Where did my clone go? To death. Where we're about to go. Piss. That was right near the life as well. God damn it. Never rented it again. I got stuck with it for Christmas. I never got this far though. Oh, it's fine. That's what we're here for, isn't it? Bit of cake. I'm starting to lean towards this is worse than Tasmania though, now. Just because it's so fucking difficult. It's like, it's a better made bad game. Like it's been made... It's like, you thought the first game was bad, we've managed to make it like even worse, but in a better made way. Like there's not all the sin. The first game had loads of leaps of faith and stuff like that that was really abysmal, and the level design was dull. The graphics were, it was a very uninspired kind of game, and it had that stupid minecart. But this game, like, the graphics are better. The level design is actually like, as an empty level, it's interesting, but then they filled it with shit. So yeah, no. I actually do think the first game is worse though. In scores, I would give, because the first game is actually just piss. It's just, yeah. This is difficult, so it makes. But you know what's worse than a bad game is a difficult bad game. That's the thing that's going on here. Oh. But the first game's a 3 out of 10. I think this is a 4. But if you were to say, in a couple of months' time, you must beat one of them again, I would pick the first one. If you told me to just sit down and play one of them for a little bit, I would pick this one. There's no love in this game. It's all hate. Hate for the player. Doopy-doo. Not really be happy. Kid's an important lesson. Does it though? Because I was a kid when I had this. You could play that Bob game. I think so too. Can always be worse. So here's a fun thing, G, because you've only just shown up. Do you know what else this game just did? My last run. This platform that I'm standing on now didn't even spawn last time, and I got stuck and had to kill myself because I couldn't get up to this platform because the game just decided to not let me have a platform that's crucial to progress. Wonderful. It's just, to be honest, it's just very typical North American platformer. It's had like good production value put into it, but just the level design and enemy placements and hazard design is ghastly. And that is like what most of the it's like Air of the Acrobat with its spikes of death everywhere. It's just, that's what North American devs tend to do in this era, I noticed. They'll always have a platform, you got to jump from the left to the right, and then they'll just put a dick enemy there that's out of camera view. That's just what a lot of the games do. It's not, I don't think it's necessarily that like the games have been poorly made in terms of construction, but they've been designed to be nasty. 'Cause I think some of it's the anti-rental stuff too. They've over tweaked the difficulties, and I think they just place hazards everywhere, you know, in the development room, and don't sit down and run through it afterwards. You know, like your nephew. I mean, this is what it is. It's your like 8-year-old nephew making the fucking Super Mario Maker level, and it's just full of dickish shit everywhere. And yeah, technically you can finish it, but it's not very enjoyable, is it? But your nephew's sitting there going, I told you it was hard! And you're like, yeah, because you've just put enemies like everywhere. Join Zero the Squirrel, we'll see. Because it's like the fact you have to creep all the time, just like this, like, oh, any twatty things below me here? Anything here? And there'll be like dynamite or an enemy or... yeah, stage vomit. It's like I said, I feel like a lot of it's just been included without them sitting down and running through it afterwards and thinking about how it feels. Oh, they want to do a puzzle here. I mean, this isn't even interesting. The concept's interesting, but the execution's abysmal. They want to just do an interesting puzzle bit where you have to like get on your clone thing, but the controls are ass. He moves whatever you just did, but with a delay, but doesn't seem to quite move as much as you. It's like trying to get him to jump on this pissing platform. So like the first town, 6 out of 10. I don't know why. I think it's a very joyless game. Hey, flying arm. Never finished a platformer. But it's like this. This is the level design. Dynamite cake. More dynamite. Dog. Right. And this level is just something else. They want you to do this level in a specific way, in a specific order, but if you fall the wrong way and take damage, you're now doomed to take tons more damage because you can't get back to where you were. And probably die. Oh, this is the laser bomb. I'm trying to remember all the hazards in this game. But even for expert difficulty, I would still say it was just unfair and silly. It's not challenging, it's just obnoxious. It's like, I know what's going to happen here, but it's so hard to not take damage. There's this thing that's going to hit me. Oh, fucking hell. We need to go back around here. Or do we? No, we want to do... Oh, no, 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 we just want to go there. Go down there. And over this. Okay. Jesus. Swear to God. Yellow done. I wish there was some health somewhere. Or a life. I wonder if there is a secret life somewhere. I don't remember what's at the bottom of this. It's probably an enemy with a spike. Yeah. Ah! No. Oh no! And now I'm out of sync. And now it's all wrong. Now we just die. Like, why does it have to take 3 hits? Why not 1? Oh, we got you. Ah! Can we go back this way? Is that just the other side of where I was? I think it is. Right, you're over there. Fuck you. Oh, okay, one more laser. I do not have much health left. No, don't go that way. Can we just get back to the start or something? Near where the red thing was. Oh, no. Ah! Oh, come on! You know, I'm not even pressing the D-pad sometimes and he just whizzes off. Taco Bell? I've never eaten that. Okay, gotcha. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Went the wrong way again. I can't stress how fucking awful the platforming is on this. Okay, green laser. Try not to bounce, to go through it and hit the laser. I'm trying to bounce back. Right, now just the red. Red. How can we get back there easily? Ooh. Not like that. I don't know where we are right now. Yellow, green. Ooh. Okay, all these lasers off makes it a bit easier to do all this now. We should be finding the. There we go. The red in a moment. Oh. Red is down here somewhere. Whoa, there we go. Done. Oh my gosh. How to get out of here. Is this the end of the level? Oh! Screw that. Oh god. What's going on here? Ah! Oh. Okay. Ah! Thank you, Sadie, for the sub. Sorry, I'm on a final boss. I hope you're good. Oh my god, just... What is this crap? Ow, it's so hard to fucking get him to jump on the right thing. Ah! Who, what, why, who? Is that it? Are we done? Did we escape from this game? Oh, yes, back to Tasmania. What a horrible game. The UFO was blue in the intro. Break. Oh, Taz's hand looks creepy there. That was a strangely not so difficult final boss. Although, I did feel like I was clutching. Okay, the end. Well, welcome on in, Sadie. Thank you for the... I'm just like, oh my god, are we really done? That's it, my childhood Christmas present. 22 years later, I have finished my Christmas present. Thanks, Mom and Dad. On my original cart. Yay! Woo! Years of, like, yeah, they could put it on the back. Years of gameplay. This game will take you 22 years to beat. Great value. Well, I can call my mom, I guess. I don't think she'd remember. Keith Higashihara. The end! I love how it's with conviction, with an exclamation mark. The end! No more. No sequels, nothing. Done. Okay, well, woohoo. Ah, we got there in the end, eh? Let's go to Spreadsheet City.